Hey you guys, Chris here with the Happy Place Homestead. We have been busy this winter, but also enjoying kind of the solace that we get from sitting by the fire and relaxing. But it's time to move and shake and get some things done. So we're gonna work on putting the lines out for maple syrup. It's been a long winter, but we're excited because the weather's starting to change and hopefully we're gonna be seeing more grass soon. This is the time of year for us in central New York where we tap the trees and we get ready for really ultimately making maple syrup. And so today we're gonna go out and tap some trees. One of the problems that we have is that the stove that we made for burning off all the water and what remains is going to be the syrup, but that is buried in a area that we have kind of behind the chicken coop. It is going to be almost impossible for me to get out. Like, I have to somehow get in there. Not sure why she's out. Well, may not be as bad as I thought. Let's see. It's buried back there. So you can stop it and start. I'll let you figure out. Okay. All right, so. All right. What are you doing, Ding Dong? Huh? What are you doing? So obviously we had to forgo the original plan, which was to use that evaporator we had made a couple years ago. But it was just going to be a little bit too time consuming and we had to act right away. So we went out and used some cinder blocks to put together a very elegant evaporator that seemed to work out pretty good. So one of the things that you do is you keep the front opening big enough so that you can continue to feed the fire. You want the fire to be extremely hot so that you don't spend forever waiting for the heat to evaporate the water out and leave the syrup. In the back, you leave some opening so that it can have this chimney effect. You don't want necessarily for all the syrup to taste like smoke. So what we found was we were able to put this cinder block kind of evaporator together quite easily. A big opening in the front, some excess chimney options at the back. So what we'll do is we'll take all of the sap that we've collected, and because it was so cold, a lot of it was freezing. We didn't find this out till later, but if you take some of those big ice chunks out, then you don't have as long to try to evaporate water, since what's become these ice cubes is in fact the water, and the sap remains. Well, anyway, we're kind of new to all of this, so we put the ice chunks as well as the sap into the front part of the the burning pan, and as that began to evaporate, we would take it and then dump it into the back pan so that could be kind of our finishing pan. And what we found is that even after we got to the back pan and it was still finishing and boiling and getting rid of all that water, that by the time we kind of were wrapping up the evening, we still realized that it needed to boil some more. So we brought it inside and we were able to control it a little bit better. And there's a pretty big tell at the end to let you know when it's ready to be processed as actual maple syrup. So it was pretty cool. About 2 quarts of maple syrup, which tastes fantastic. But what we realized was that on our first batch that it was a little bit kind of weak, and so we decided to put it back into the big pan on the stove, and we're able to evaporate even some more of the water out, and so it tasted as good as our second batch did. So in the end, it was fantastic. We're just amazed that it took us 6 years to actually figure this out. We want to thank you for watching our videos. Thanks so much for subscribing to our channel and being a part of our journey. Thanks also for your patience. I know that we took a little bit of a break during this winter to stop doing as many videos and working a little bit more on just family time and getting some things done that we needed to, like survival during a pandemic. But all that to say, we're back at it. We're going to be trying to put out a lot of good videos for you. So please know that we're happy and thankful for you, and hoping and praying that your family's doing well. So you're awesome.